Hello, how are you? Welcome to the Santa Cruz Zoo Foundation. My name is Natalie Gerardo Gonzalez. I am a veterinarian and animal training coordinator. At this moment, we are in the enclosure of our white tigress. Her name is Milka. She is approximately 12 years old. All feline tigers and exotic pets that are animals that are not found within the country but are from abroad, tend to also be illegally trafficked in many countries and separated from their mothers, cubs and so on. She was a relocation from another zoo. At this moment we can see her enclosure. In this we have objects for her to demonstrate the behavior of her species, which are the tires, logs for her to sharpen her nails, a pool of water because she loves to swim and has 2 divisions. She has several green parts. She is on the way to fix her enclosure. She is eating approximately 11 to 15 kilos of meat 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, of which chicken is used for training. His favorite food is mostly chicken thighs. If it is not chicken thighs he does not get them. With her the training is basically claw clipping, jaw opening, blood draw and a paw prick to draw blood for a glucose sample. A lot of times in big cats or primates they tend to have diabetes and we have to be constantly monitoring blood glucose. For her, she is a large animal. She is weighing approximately 160 kilos, which is in her ideal weight. She has an ideal build and body condition. She is not thin, she is not overweight and she is very active. She is still young, so she tends to jump, run, play, swim and loves balls. We only have her, because here in Colombia of these exotic animals we only have family, so all animals, tigers, lions that are here in the country are family and we cannot reproduce by consanguinity. Many of the big cats, previously found in circuses, were victims of mistreatment in these and therefore were relocated to various zoos. Many of the tigers that are here in Colombia are born here in the country and relocations of cubs because they cannot be released, because a trip to Africa costs a lot to release all the animals. And here in Colombia, if a tiger or a lion is released, they can wreak havoc, end up wiping out the fauna, wiping out all the forests and so on. With her in the operant conditioning part, it is training with positive reinforcement or primary reinforcement, i.e. with food. She is given chicken thighs, she does not receive any other part of the chicken and she also does not receive meat. It focuses the animal's attention on where we want it to go. If we want it to stick to the mesh. If we want it to position its legs on the mesh. If we want it to crouch, lie down. If we want it to have better control of its mouth claws. With it we have commands as above, which is positioning the target so that it already touches the target with its paws positioned on the mesh. At that point she lets her claws cut, punctures her paw for blood collection for glucose, and she also lies on the floor. We are working on her for tail blood collection because of the space and we are also working on her for mouth opening check. She opens her mouth, we can check internally fangs and tongue and check nose, sometimes clean eyes when she has secretions from something related to the hay she sleeps in. Sometimes she can irritate her eyes by rubbing her own paws. So what we do is cleaning, applying eye drops and medication. She also accepts oral medication in both syringe and pill form. She loves attention. So she is one of those who loves to be looked at. If you come to our foundation, you will see her active all the time because she loves to go from one place to another. To have her picture taken, she stands still and poses. She loves the water. You will see her playing with balls, with tires, and she also loves the bushes. Then, she will tear up any vegetation she finds in her enclosure. At this time, all felines are resting because they are crepuscular nocturnal. However, she is a bit active and they all tend to have after eating a time of fasting and resting so as not to expend energy. In the space she has 2 management zones, 2 night houses, where she is opened in the afternoon so that she can rest. This is a warm place, warmer, where she does not get water, where she can cover herself from the rain. Also, inside the enclosure we have several places where she can cover herself from the rain if she doesn't want to get wet from the cold. We have temperature ranges where they can choose whether to let the sun shine on them, whether to be in a cooler place, and there are 2 basins. They have tires, they have logs where they can sharpen their claws. A series of environmental enrichments are also performed for her to express her natural actions of her species. They are given blood ice cream on hot days, fruit ice cream. They love to play with fruit, so they come and pick up a watermelon, dip it in water and break it. They are also given blood in a syringe to accept oral medications. It has a litter where they can lie down with hay. It has several water points because being felines they have to be drinking water constantly and they love to swim and love the water. They have several places where they can hide from people because for animal welfare they have the choice of whether to hide or to let themselves be seen by all the people that come. If they don't want to be seen, it is because they decide so and they don't feel ready or prepared for people to be watching them at that moment. So they have different hiding places within the enclosure that allow them to have that right to hide or to hide. There are many things of animal welfare. We have them in an enclosure with water. They have a roof. All the rooms that they would normally have in free life, and if they do not have them we compensate them with the environmental enrichments that are made daily and the trainings. The latter also help them to release some stress, distract themselves, think by doing other things and have other clear behaviors for which they will receive a reward, both food and sometimes caresses or games. She loves to play, so after every training, she jumps up and plays with me. She plays with the trainer or whoever is there at the time. She loves to jump, to hide, to play, to be fetched, to be called, and she loves the attention. In most felines, they tend to suffer from hepatic disorders and become thin very quickly. So what we try to do is to maintain an adequate diet to keep them at their ideal weight. If at some point for X or Y reason they stop eating, we do annual checkups, and in that case we start supplementing them with hepatic protectors. As I had said before, blood glycemia tests are done with blood drops and with a glucometer to check how the sugar is in their blood. Sometimes they can have iron problems due to all the meat and blood they consume, so they are also being fixed with other options in the diet organized by the zoo technician and all the rations and kitchen team so that the animals have good health. They should never be allowed to gain more weight, because they can have joint problems, suffer from arthrosis, arthritis, and many times, when they are more geriatric, they can have opacity in the eyes. She is in perfect health conditions at the moment. She has not had any problem. She always keeps her diet as it is. If she starts to get thinner or fatter, we modify her diet, always taking into account the physical conditions of her liver. In the annual checkups we do blood tests. ultrasounds and endoscopies in which we can see his internal and complete health. The big cats are very temperamental animals. Never trust that they already have human contact and will be more docile. There are always things that can hurt us. So we are always prepared and with the 5 senses at all times. She doesn't like sudden movements. She hates it when you stand or bend down hard and don't warn her. We are always talking to the animals before any movement, so that they are prepared. We give them indications and we also work together with the caretakers of each section and area so that they are in their best conditions and we know what to do in case the animal gets sick or in the training session so that they know what we are doing with each animal. In case someone is not present, the caregiver is able to do the training, perform and see what the animal likes and hates the most. We are always in constant evaluation. Finally, I invite you to come and visit our foundation and all our animals, to visit this wonderful place full of nature. It is a cloud forest, so you will be free of all pollution and super quiet. You will get to know all our animals and the stories behind them.